On behalf of the Arthroscopy Association of North America and the American Society for Sports Medicine, I want to thank you for joining me this afternoon just to spend a few minutes and talk about sports medicine, what it's meant to you with your injury, a little bit about your career, and just try to drive some take-home messages for an audience who's probably really interested in hearing from you.
For sure.
As you may know, Zach LaVine is a 6'5" shooting guard with the Chicago Bulls. He's from Renton, Washington. He spent a year at UCLA. This is his seventh professional season. He was the 13th overall draft pick in 2014, and he spent 3 years with the Timberwolves, and this is his fourth year with the Chicago Bulls. We also know Zach as a two-time NBA slam dunk champion. He was the youngest champion since Kobe Bryant in 1997 when he won the slam dunk in 2015. He has also been the 2015 NBA All-Rookie second team, and he's led the Chicago Bulls in scoring for the last 3 years. So it's been a great run, and I feel honored to be your friend, to help take care of you, and to sort of pick your brain on just a few points that people will find interesting.
I'm honored that you know more facts about me than I do. So let's get it going.
Well, the first question I had is, this has been obviously a really trying year, and we didn't know when we were going to come back to play basketball.
Yeah.
So what has it meant to you in this time of COVID, the pandemic, to actually get back to play basketball, and how do you think things have been going?
Yeah, I mean, this year has been tough for everybody. And I think the main thing of just getting back to playing, especially for us, like this is our livelihood. And being able to go out there and just be entertainers for people and have that type of hope again it has been great. And I think the NBA has done a great job of keeping everybody safe as well.
Have you felt safe the whole time?
Oh yeah, for sure. Felt safe and it's felt good to go out there and play again. It's been weird without the fans, but obviously with the restrictions and things getting back in order, I think it can get back to some normalcy later on.
Last night you guys played Orlando, and
Yeah.
there were some fans there. I'm
Yeah.
curious if that was a palpable difference to have fans versus what we see in Chicago now.
I think there was about 3,000 fans
Yeah.
out of 19, 20 thousand that we're used to, and it felt really cool. People yelling your name again, saying what's up. It was it was a little breath of fresh air. I'm just glad that everything was going the right way.
Great. So, as I mentioned, this is a group of orthopedic surgeons. There's physical therapists, athletic trainers, and so forth. And, you've had a knee injury, and I just want to get a sense.
Mm-hmm.
When was your knee injury? Was your left knee?
Mm-hmm.
How did it happen? How long were you out for? And what did it take to get back? And what did it really mean to your career to go through that injury and recovery?
Yeah, so it was I think the anniversary day was a day ago, February 6th of 2016. I was playing Detroit, having a really good game. I did a backdoor cut and went up for a layup, and wasn't a typical like ACL injury where you see the the knee cave in or anything like that. I actually landed kind of like with my heel back and it popped up. The doctor told me I did like an anterior draw on myself,
Right.
and it kind of just shot the just shot the ligament out. So
Did you know right away when it happened?
I actually didn't, and that was the scary part about it was I played the rest of the fourth quarter.
Wow.
Didn't know. I did a back cut and I felt like my knee shifted a little bit. Went to the back, got the MRI the next day, found out. Now, obviously it's devastating, especially for somebody young in their career that's, getting going. I think I was averaging around 18, 19 points a game that year. And, it sucks, but, the good thing, I had a really good recovery. My parents, my fiance helped me out a lot, mentally. And, if anybody who knows me, I'm a worker. And I took it as a challenge to get back and better.
What was your biggest fear when you knew it happened?
Mm-hmm.
And you found out the news? What was your biggest fear?
My biggest fear was just not being able to play. I haven't been away from the game for that long, and you have to sit out, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
You can't go work out and get shots up or go play, and that's what we're used to as basketball players and athletes. And that was the hardest thing for me. The thing I actually enjoyed the most for me personally was the process of getting back. The
Yeah.
low points and then being able to get back to your high point.
Yeah. I would just want to ask you a couple questions because I think this is what the audience, this particular audience will have interest in is, when you're working with team physicians,
Mm-hmm.
What have been some of the greatest aspects of it, and what have been some of the biggest challenges?
The best aspects, just like how we became getting a relationship and, getting to know each other has been really good. You guys are extremely big assets for us in our not just careers, but personal lives as well. You can help out, family members, give us advice, help us learn things about our body. Um, I feel like the more challenging thing is just trust, and that's always been something for me is learning and how to get that trust.
I'm curious on that point because I think that comes up a lot. And
Hmm.
what does it take for a team physician to actually earn the trust of a professional athlete?
It's a good question because I think obviously you're working for a team, you're working for obviously your profession as well. I feel like the player just has to know that it's a care factor involved, and it's not just a job. You got to know me personally, Dr. Cole. We're friends. I text, I can call you, and that means a lot to somebody. Where it's not just this is my job and this is what I have to do.
If you think about like some of the ways you and I communicate or you've communicated with other
Mm.
healthcare providers, what have been some of the key things that you found to be helpful to sort of earn that trust?
With me, I'm somebody that's straight up and I don't like beating around the bush. And the thing I got from you mostly is that you cared a lot and that you weren't afraid to tell me, hey, look, you're injured on this and this is what you got to do to recover, and we're going to help you get to this stage, X, Y, Z. So for me personally, that's what helped me a lot.
So sort of transparency and being very direct.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. If you were to give advice to an aspiring team physician,
Mm.
someone who really is had his eyes on trying to help the most elite athletes,
Yeah.
as a professional athlete, what advice might you have for that person?
Uh, I would say definitely, come at the right time. Obviously, in the mental state of the athlete, if there's ups and downs and they're having injuries, come at them at the right time, and just be a friend and an asset first. Um, with me and you, I always can go back to the first time we met. We were talking about cars, and and it started that way,
Yeah.
and that friendly banter back and forth, and then
Yeah.
you became to get to know somebody. So obviously, I think the fact of getting to know somebody personally and understanding what's going on with them, and then putting their sport there as well helped me.
So circling back, we're about halfway through the year.
Hmm.
How do you think the Chicago Bulls are going to do this year, and what's it going to take to get us there?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're doing a lot better this year. I think we're a lot more competitive. I know you can see that we're in a lot of games. Now, I don't think any team is going to be perfect and go 82-0, but with the competitiveness that we have now, we have a great coach, and we have a lot more experience on the team, and we're working hard every day. As long as we're in every game and we're fighting, I think we're going to have a really good shot of being one of the teams at the end of the year to get to the playoffs.
Great. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time. I know
Always,
you're recovering from a tough game last night. Thankfully, it was another W.
Yes, it was.
And I've appreciated your friendship as well.
Oh,
And
always.
these relationships go a mile deep. It's becoming a friend, but it is trust, and I've learned a lot just by helping take care of you in terms of how to be a better physician. And I know that people having the opportunity to listen to you today will hopefully get some of those same messages. So I wish you the
Anytime.
best of luck for the rest of the season and stay healthy.
Anytime, my man.
Got it.
Anytime.